this week's severe storm caused widespread damage in North Texas. The latest as we learn about a new tornado that touched down.
The CDC rushes to West Texas as a measles outbreak keeps getting worse. The latest on efforts to keep people safe.
And UNT students take over the state capitol. How these Eagles are advocating for more funding.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is ntTV Nightly News.
Thank you for joining us on ntTV Nightly News. I'm Aaliyah Bordeaux.
And I'm Avery Callens. A second tornado has been confirmed in North Texas following Tuesday morning severe storms. The National Weather Service says an EF1 twister hit the city of Cottondale in Wise County, about 45 miles southwest of UNT. The tornado had wind speeds of up to 110 miles an hour. This is the second confirmed tornado from yesterday morning's storm. The first was in Irving, and it was also rated an EF1. Areas across North Texas are still cleaning up the damage caused by the storm's high winds. At least 2 apartment complexes in the area were damaged. Some roads in the tornado-stricken areas are also still closed.
Yesterday's storm is still causing problems for thousands of people here in North Texas. There are still widespread of power outages across the area. Encore says nearly 1,000 homes and businesses in Denton County are still without electricity this evening. Thousands more across the DFW are also in the dark. Winds of about 80 miles per hour have knocked down several power lines and trees. Crews have been working around the clock to get the power back on. They've already restored power to hundreds of thousands of homes locally.
And North Texas is not the only area feeling the impact of extreme weather. Other parts of the U.S. have been hit by storms and high winds, and some of them have been deadly. ntTV's Marisa Bender is live with the latest. Marisa?
Thanks, guys. You may have been noticing the recent tornado warnings and spike in wind speeds within this past week. And while we may have been fortunate enough to escape this bad weather, many people aren't so lucky. CNN's Lori Aguirre has more on the story.
Reached the eastern seaboard this morning, and with it, damaging winds and severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings across parts of Georgia, the Carolinas, and Virginia. The rain potentially giving an edge to fire teams in North Carolina, where dozens of wildfires continue to burn across the state. In Mississippi, the storms damaged a number of homes and businesses, leveled trees, and caused widespread power outages. The roof of the Clay County Courthouse captured on camera being effortlessly peeled away by yesterday's powerful winds. Around a half dozen EF1 tornadoes were reported in towns across Louisiana, Oklahoma, and Texas, where a different natural threat was already in motion.
The fire is getting bigger and bigger.
Several damaging fires across the Lone Star State Tuesday are still burning today, fueled by lingering high winds.
Sinton is on fire.
They evacuated us because it got real black and like 3 houses caught on fire there where we live at.
This Sinton area resident's home was spared by the Welder Complex fire located about 30 minutes northwest of Corpus Christi. It's one of several blazes being monitored by Texas A&M Forest Service across the state's central and eastern regions. Forecasters are tracking the system of rain and high winds as it moves up into the northeast overnight and into Thursday morning. In Charlotte, North Carolina, I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Texas is not the only state dealing with power outages. 7 other states have been reporting widespread outages, so make sure to keep you and your family safe during this harsh weather. Well, that's all for me. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Marisa. The weather is changing, and I can't wait for spring. But all this wind is making me have second thoughts, Avery.
Me too, Aaliyah. I could not agree more. My hair is in the tightest, cutest little curls this morning, and now she's more of a looser, beachy wave. So let's go ahead and take it over to our weather anchor, Faith Webster, to see what we can expect out there tonight. Faith?
Thanks, guys. Our current temperatures are at 58, feeling like 67 with our wind at a whopping 6 miles per hour. Moving on into tonight, that's going to drop just a little bit to 50 degrees, feeling the exact same with wind miles at 3 clear skies. Moving on into tomorrow, we are going to see those clouds roll in. Actual temperature at 62, feeling like 60 with that wind at 14 miles per hour. Everyone, we're just going to have to embrace our inner model and just let the hair fly. Thank you, guys, and back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Faith. Denton may soon be a little less beautiful. That's because Sally Beauty is moving its corporate headquarters out of town. After 40 years of taking up residence in Denton, the company is setting sail for greener pastures a short ways away in Plano. Sally will remain in its current building until later this year. While waiting for the new headquarters to be built, when the move happens, hundreds of jobs will be moved out of Denton.
The Trump administration has placed a temporary pause on automobile tariffs going into Canada and Mexico. Today, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt read a statement written by Donald Trump about the decision. The letter says that the administration had spoken with the 3 big auto dealers in the U.S. and will be giving a 1-month exception on any autos coming through either Canada or Mexico. These reciprocal tariffs will still go into effect on April 2nd. President Trump is giving this exemption to the auto dealers as to not be at an economic disadvantage.
Coming up, the latest on the ongoing measles outbreak in Texas and how you can stay safe.
And if you're looking to get away for spring break, we have some great deals you won't want to miss.
I wonder what's on the radio today. I don't know about this. This is not it.
Everything alternative, commercial free. 88.1 Indie.
Here at KNTU, we have 2 traditional stations, 88.1 Indie and KNTU Jazz. We've also recently launched an internet radio station called Mean Green Hits. If you want to hear more, you can check us out at MediaNorthTexas.com.
That was pretty good.
As a measles outbreak continues to grow in West Texas, ntTV is continuing our coverage on the situation. Andy Scott is live with the latest. Andy?
Thanks, y'all. 159 cases are now confirmed in West Texas, and there's major concern that the measles outbreak could be heading our way very soon. Texas has already reported more cases in 2025 than in any other year since 1992. As numbers rise, Denton County's health department says it has not seen an increase in people asking for the measles vaccine. Low immunization rates are putting the region at risk. All but 5 of the infected people were not vaccinated. Dr. Cheryl Cohen with Methodist Health says it's something that has more and more of her patients concerned.
In my practice, I'm talking to every single person when they come in. Everybody's asking about the measles. Of course, we had a case really not much more than about 10 miles from here. And so everybody's thinking about it, talking about it, and they want to know if they're immune or not immune to measles.
Common measles symptoms include fever, cough, runny nose, and a rash. The best way to prevent getting sick is to get the MMR vaccine. That's all from me. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Andy. The health of Pope Francis was at the top of everyone's mind today during Ash Wednesday services at the Vatican. Ash Wednesday marks the start of Lent, the 40-day religious observance that leads up to Easter. The Pope was unable to lead the service as usual due to his continued recovery from severe respiratory issues. He is in stable condition after suffering some setbacks earlier this week, but he was able to write a special reflection that was read to Catholics today.
Avery, this one really needs to chill out in time before spring break.
I agree, Aaliyah, because when I do venture outside of the house, I don't want to be knocked over by the wind like I was today. Let's go ahead and check back in with our weather anchor, Faith Webster, to see what spring break is looking like. Faith?
Thanks, guys. As we spring forward into spring break, we are going to see some showers come in. But right now across North Texas, we're going to see mid-high temperatures in the 50s, 60 degrees. In Stephenville, it's going to be 61. Across the state of Texas, we are going to see some wider variety of temperatures at a high of 67 and 69 in Austin. Moving on into our 7-day forecast, we are going to see those showers that I talked about. And our clouds roll in at the end of this week. Storms on Saturday at 66% chance of rain. But as we start seeing that spring, those sunshines, immediately when we start spring break, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we're going to see mid-high 70s with all sorts of sunshine. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Faith. Artificial intelligence is pushing technological limits, and one professor here at UNT is using AI to help us prepare for future tornadoes. For more, we're going to go ahead and go live with ntTV's Jenny Inez. Jenny?
Thanks, guys. I'm sure we all know living in Texas means tornadoes are an unfortunate reality, and preparation is key. UNT College of Health and Public Service Professor Tristan Wu is using artificial intelligence to help us respond to tornadoes more efficiently. Professor Wu and his team are analyzing how people have responded to these natural disasters in the past, and using AI, they are improving future response strategies. By piecing out how people respond to disasters, AI takes the data and analyzes how the risk perception is affected. In the last couple years, Texas has experienced several natural disasters, but with the help and research from Professor Wu and his team, we certainly have a better understanding on how to be prepared. That's all I have. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Jenny. Spring break is just hours away. Avery, do you have any plans?
To be honest, Aaliyah, I think I'm just going to hibernate this spring break.
Okay, that sounds fun, but even if you don't have plans yet, there's still plenty of time to make plans while saving money.
CNN's Jen Sullivan has a look at all the deals you can get for spring break.
Are you dreaming of white sandy beaches? It's not too late to snag some spring break deals.
I'm seeing some really interestingly low airfares.
Expedia travel expert Melanie Fish says she's seeing some flights for as much as 40% lower than usual for the month of March. Places like New York to Puerto Rico, LA to Honolulu.
Atlanta to Orlando, Orlando being a top spring break destination, 70% lower than typical.
She says the best way to save is to bundle your flight and hotel.
That's the way to save 30% or even more on your trip.
Here's the catch. You have to be flexible with your dates to score the best savings.
Thursday flights on average are about 17% cheaper than flying on peak days of the week.
Another tip? Fish says prices typically dip the last week of April. But what if you're beholden to the school year calendar?
Maybe consider a little road trip or even a staycation.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
UNT's infrastructure is under strain as enrollment continues to climb. Recently, several UNT students went to the Capitol in Austin to talk to lawmakers about providing more funding for our university. Let's take a closer look.
This is our moment where we get to shine. This is the moment where we get to have the humble reminder that we are a part of something so much greater than that.
For UNT students, growth is a double-edged sword. More students mean more opportunities, but also more challenges, from strained infrastructure to a lack of parking. That's why they're here at the Texas Capitol, asking lawmakers for help.
UNT is an economic engine fueling the North Texas region.
Students met with legislators hoping to secure more state funding to ease the strain on campus. The university is already taking steps, breaking ground on a new science and technology building to create more classroom space, but some say it's not enough.
We're looking at 10 million students coming to North Texas and just so much more of the UNT growing constantly, and we just can't keep up with the students at the moment. And so the state can really just provide the formula funding and everything that we need for this upcoming fiscal year so we can make sure we can support their students at their very best with more academic programs, with possible money for parking, just everything that the students are going through and just need help with.
Another major concern, parking or the lack of it. Many students say they spend more time searching for a spot than getting to class.
And there's a lot more students coming in than before, but also the parking is being taken away. So it's leveling out a lot of things. I don't park at UNT, but I take the bus. And even with the buses, I've had buses come by me and say, wait for the next one because there's too many people on the buses.
Students say they're hopeful that conversation will turn into real investments for the future. Until then, they're left navigating the challenges of a growing campus.
Events like these are the perfect representation of the passion and dedication UNT students have.
UNT also continues to put on a show right here on campus. We've got an up-close look at the highly anticipated event.
And a row cow on the run is here in Texas. We've got the shocking video after the break.
You can almost be tricked into thinking that there's a happy ending here.
Are you looking for a fun club with travel opportunities? Dive into the UNT Swim Club. Practicing Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Pole Recreation Center. We accept members at any skill level. For more information, reach out to us at unt.swimclub on Instagram.
And you can almost be tricked into thinking that there's a happy ending here. I think that's so powerful. It's a true story of Ruth Snyder. There's some kind of liberties in the story. The young woman is definitely more of a sympathetic character than the original Ruth Snyder.
I would say that it is a story about a woman breaking out of the box she has been put in by society.
It is a story about societal pressures, and it's also a story about love and what drives somebody to sometimes do things that may seem awful.
I really like the soundscapes. I think that they add a nice layer to the show.
Be prepared for an incredibly immersive, anxiety-ridden experience.
How she sees the world and the way that she sees these different faces all the time. This is like how the machine rolls.
Have you been wanting to catch up on some popular movies with your friends but don't want to pay those pesky prices? ntTV's Nadia Rodriguez is here with a look at an event that's just for you. Nadia?
Thanks, Avery. Yep, that's right. UNT's University Program Council loves to put on a show. I got the opportunity to check out one of their movie nights this week. I would say it's a big hit, but I'll let you see for yourself.
Looking for a fun and free way to unwind on campus? The University Program Council at UNT is hosting exciting movie night events. With great films, snacks, and welcoming atmospheres, these screenings bring the Mean Green community together. Let's take a closer look.
I'm the films coordinator for UPC, it stands for University Program Council. I basically handle all the movie showings for free. It's honestly such a fun program to get to know different people. A lot of my closest friends now that I have are in UPC. There's truly a lot that goes behind the scenes to make these events happen, and the members definitely make a big part of these events. Our drive-in movie, which we gotta move it aside, but it more so specific to our non-traditional and commuter students. But we have a lot of our events also cater to on-campus students. It's a way to interact with other people, but also a way to get out on campus and just have a good time. So this semester, I really was trying to experiment a lot more. This semester, to be a little different, I was like, I want to do something different with whether that was the posters. I changed up different designs and started experimenting with those. I think people should definitely come to UPC events because it is not only a good way to get out of your dorms or even your apartments for campus, but it's also a good way to meet new people.
From free snacks to fan favorite films, this event is all about bringing students together for a fun and stress-free evening. Make sure to check out UNT UPC's Instagram to stay updated with events.
I had so much fun popping up to this event. The UNT UPC always has fun events going on for students on campus. Make sure to get one of their calendars or check their Instagram to never miss an event. Back to you ladies at the desk.
Thanks, Nadia. According to the recent sales report, one national fast food chain is crunching the competition. With a forecast of 8% sales of growth, Taco Bell is outselling most of their rival stores that they have been open for at least a year. Taco Bell CEO says the Luxe Cravings Box is flying out of the kitchen and people just can't get enough of their new chicken nuggets, considering they sold out in 2 weeks. While other chains have reported decreasing sales due to inflation, nothing can stop everyone's favorite taco station as they continue to roll out their new menu items this year.
Saturday is International Women's Day, and Mattel is marking the occasion by introducing Barbie duos to celebrate the power of friendship.
According to the toy company, women are more likely to achieve happiness and success if they have a close and supportive friends. The dolls will honor this idea with a Barbie version of the influential women and their friends. U.S. Olympic gold medalist Jordan Childs and Jade Carey will get their dolls along with British actresses Hannah Waddingham and Juno Temple.
Famous faces from Australia and Brazil are also represented. All of this is a direct result of the release of dolls based on Alicia Keys and her recording engineer. And if you were in Houston yesterday, there's a chance you saw a strange sight hoofing it down the street. A cow was spotted racing away from the Houston rodeo with a cowboy chasing after it. Yesterday was the first day of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, which brings in people from all around the world. Officials with the show say they were able to get the bovine corralled quickly.
Wow. I wonder if that cow could beat me in a race.
I know I can't, but I would love to see that. Let's go ahead and take it over to our sports anchor, Jose Moreno, to give us a look into the actual sports world. Jose?
That's right, guys. Boxing is about to get a huge shakeup. The UEFA Champions League is heating up, and what in the world is going on in the NFL offseason? All that and more after the break.
All right, look up here. 1, 2, 3. Mom, Dad, I got it. I got it.
You're right, Mom. I have.
Looking to open a free checking or savings account but don't know where to start? Check out DATQ Credit Union right here on campus. Get your Mean Green debit card instantly or apply for a DATQ Visa credit card today. Your school, your card. Plus, make deposits at their 24/7 ATM, checks or cash whenever you need it. Make sure to sign up for DATQ's online banking platform and mobile app for easy access anytime, anywhere. Visit them at www.datq.org to learn more. DATQ, the official financial institution of UNT Athletics.
The NFL offseason is kicking off with a bang. From retirements to trade requests, our Dallas Cowboys just finished restructuring the contracts of stars Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. Those moves opened up $36 million in salary cap space. Dallas may finally be going all in and get to keep their stars, but the same cannot be said for the Seattle Seahawks, as their star receiver DK Metcalf just requested a trade today. This comes after a very disappointing 2 seasons for a Seattle team that lacks a long-term vision. And in Cincinnati, one star player has decided to move on entirely, as Bengals defensive end Sam Hubbard announced he's retiring at the young age of 29 years old. Hubbard is calling it quits on a legendary career that includes a trip to the Super Bowl and many other ideas. We wish the best to him. The boxing world has a new challenger, Turki Al-Sheikh. The chairman of Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority announced the creation of a new boxing promotion alongside TKO, the conglomerate that comprises the UFC and WWE. While a name for the new venture was not announced, the promotion did announce a plan to stage its first boxing event in 2026 and include a highly structured system to develop new talent from around the world, including athlete combines and academies. Boxers will have access to the state-of-the-art UFC Performance Institute with locations in Las Vegas, Mexico City, and Shanghai. And it will be TKO's production and media team that will handle the in-arena experience and worldwide broadcasts. That's all I have for you guys. Back at you at the desk.
Thanks, Jose. Bowling is an amazing game for you to play with your friends and the entire family.
But unlike many other sports, there is no age requirement. One woman in Georgia is proving that as she celebrates 100 years of life. True Miller Bacon had her centennial birthday last week, and she celebrated it by going bowling. It's an activity she's been doing every week for the past few years.
True Miller and her 76-year-old son play in the senior league. She isn't just a sweet old lady, she also has a striking personality that has shown people why the game is right up her alley.
The bowling alley held a birthday celebration for their mother-in-law of the runway. Maybe she could spare some tips on how to get on her level.
She's getting me in the spirit, okay, to play the perfect game.
That is so true, Aaliyah.
Thanks for watching ntTV Nightly News.
Join us again tomorrow at noon and tomorrow evening at 6 here on North Texas Television.